Hello everyone, I'm Chesterk44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Geneforge 4! Well, we found the Ilia Safehouse. Ilia Safehouse, yeah, we definitely found the Ilia Safehouse, so let's go over to it, take a look inside, find out what we can from the rebels. Onwards. Oh, and it's a place to rest. Good. Very good. Unsurprisingly, once you get into this tunnel, you find that there has been a fair amount of construction, invisible from the outside. There is a smooth stone pathway with deep ruts from many carts going in and out. There are also several spawners defending the corridor. Creation of these creatures is strictly forbidden by the Shapers, so this must be a rebel outpost. A large one. So the rebels actually make use of spawners. Quite a few of them. That's concerning. You step out into a huge cavern. A constellation of lamps and torches lights it, giving you a clear view. Most of the boulders and stalagmites have been cleared out, leaving lots of space. There is a natural spring in the center of the chamber, feeding a river that runs out of the cave to the south. The pool is surrounded by merchants, rebel fighters, and feeding troughs for creations. At last, this must be the Ilia Safehouse, the last refuge for the rebels in this now Shaper-controlled province. Well, we definitely found him. There is a small pack of roamers here, noisily eating meat and resting up for the next hunt. Roamers are most likely a highly modified breed of dog. The Shapers apparently decided at some point that a dog could only be improved by the ability to spit acidic saliva. Or to explode. Yeah, sure. Real smart idea, Shapers. Real smart idea. Man's best friend able to spit acidic... Ugh. Wonderful. Waste of your time? The Safehouse Smith is a young servile. He is as broad and muscular as a drake. Though he is working hard by a forge, smashing red-hot metal with a mallet, you can't see a drop of sweat on him. He is currently repairing broken weapons and damaged armor. There is a big pile of broken blades in the corner, and he is fixing them as quickly as he can. The rebellion here must be very short of supplies. When you approach, he happily sets down his hammer, glad for a break in the tedium.
I am Vate, the smith. I help rebels in need, even a human, but I am forced to work below me now.
You don't care for humans?
I am a creation. Heart lies with creations. Serviles, thoughts, drakes, though they arrogant.
Humans, they say good words, but they not good to serviles.
You are servile. You good by me. I help all rebel, glad to help you.
But why exactly don't you like humans?
I wrong sort of servile for talking. Made for working, not talking. Talk to Pyrrhic. She talks better at why humans not trust than me.
You don't trust drakes?
Drakes think they better than all. Than humans, than serviles. Not Oz's.
She points to the southwest.
Oz is good, but others. Drakes try to command us. We not listen. But they keep trying to command. One day I think Dracons try to take all to be new Shaper. I fear.
Vate half-heartedly works on reforging a broken short sword. Occasionally he sighs. What do you normally work on?
Pure steel. I am one of the few rebel with steel and muscle to forge pure steel. I use it to make canister parts. I help Gibbons form the canisters.
What is pure steel?
Steel, with essence and Shaper magic. Strongest and best of metals. Only metal that can form the frame of canisters.
Well, I have some pure steel here. He inspects the thing.
Ah, marvelous quality. I would offer to make something with it for you, but I don't have an adequate forge. You should take it to Gibbons, though. He needs lots of this stuff to make canisters.
Where do you get pure steel?
Sadly, rebels who can make it lost to me. Far away, maybe dead. Must steal it from Shapers here in Ilia. Rare and precious.
Can you make weapons and armor with pure steel?
The best! But I do not. Make the greatest weapon of the rebel, the canister. Make it for Gibbons. All pure steel go to Gibbons. You talk to him. He'll tell you more of it.
Let me see what you have for sale. Oh, a lot of good, strong stuff, though I think the stuff we got is mostly better. Oh, the plate greaves are better than the pants we got, but I think we're fine. We don't need to buy anything right now. Storage. I think we can stay out of storage for now. A middle-aged human runs up to you. He is tired and unshaven, and his arms are full of scrolls. Several quill pens stick out of a pouch handing from his belt.
You're here, good, finally. I am Darno of Sanru. Pyrrhic's chambers are that way.
He points to the west.
She wants to see you right away.
You said you're from San Ru? Where is that? He doesn't look happy to discuss it. It's one of the Ashen Isles, where the rebellion began. I left. Why did you leave? My village was a poor and humble one. We gathered herbs on our small, swampy island. We were one of the first to rebel against the arrogance of the Shapers, and we paid for it. They crushed us before they were driven from the islands. My wife, Lizette, was lost. Our leader was lost. When I was wandering, I met Pyrrhic. I evaded her since. I think I remember him. He was a gatherer. He went and joined with... I can't remember the name of the leader of the gatherers, but he went and joined with him. His wife was upset, asked him to please come back. He said he had to stay, and now his wife was slain. Oh man, that is sad. My sympathies to him and his wife, and may his wife requiescat in possum. How did you come to be here in Ilia province? I went and helped the rebellion as I could. I was timid once. I became less so. I met Pyrrhic. I saw how she helped for what most needed doing, and she did that. I admired her. I offered to help her. She does not care for humans, but she trusts me. Darner shuffles his scrolls from one arm to the other, trying to keep straight in his mind all of the jobs he needs to do. You should probably be talking to Pyrrhic. She is in charge here now. I need to see Pyrrhic? Yes, first thing, as soon as possible. Once you have met her, I can help you further. Alright, thank you, Darnor. I appreciate it. I will speak with her. Eventually. There's a human merchant here, a traveling tinker whose goods are spread out on several blankets in front of him. At first, you aren't sure why any trader would be suicidal enough to set up shop in the middle of a doomed rebel base. Then you see the look of despair on his face, and you realize that he isn't here by choice. Ah, yes. Welcome to Monsters Emporium, the finest doomed little shop in all of far southwestern Ilia province. I'm buying and selling. Why do you have a shop here? Are you a rebel? I'm not a rebel. I'm a businessman. I started coming here because I heard about it, and I knew the rebels were desperate and would pay more. Then what happened? Things went wrong. A lot of the rebels started dying, so Pyrrhic took over, and when I tried to leave, she wouldn't let me. She said that if I wanted so much to get rid of the rebels, I could stay here. Eventually, she changed her mind. Then what happened? The Shapers snuck someone into these woods, and they made a bunch of creations. Then, before Pyrrhic could organize a group to go kill them, you took care of it for her. And now what? Now I'm still trapped here. I won't be able to get my caravan through the barrier zone, and the Tarabic gate is manned by crazy violent people. So I'm stuck here waiting to die. Curse my greed for getting me to do business with the rebels. Fighting the Shapers is suicide for sure. Alright. Mott's putters about his pitiful little shop, playing out in his mind all the scenarios for how he could die at the hands of the Shapers. What a happy life. I would like to trade with you. Oh, of course. You could be the last customer of my life. Isn't that exciting? You can see the goods I have left, or I could buy what you aren't using anymore. Well, we got a few things to sell. Like that. And what do you have? Quite a few things. Quite a few useful things. Nothing we need right now, though. So thank you. Let's see. Ah! Place to recharge your essence, and who is this? Help me! Ah! I am on fire! You meet a man who is, at the moment, on fire. He makes a noise that is simultaneously a greeting, a plea for help, and a scream. You grab a wet towel off of one of the tables and extinguish him. Well, that's quite a way to meet a person! Hello! Hi! Thank you! Help me! Please! Ah! Burning! Ow! Ow! Ouch! After he casts a healing spell on his burns and has a few minutes to calm down and regain his composure, he greets you properly. Ah, I am Gibbons, the canister crafter, a master of the art, an art I can see that you have partaken of. You make the canisters? Yes, I am a life crafter. I can take the essence, charge it with magic, and coat it with the power of the Shaper within it myself, and seal it so that it can rework its user with my power. It is dangerous and difficult. The rebellion has few left like me. How did the canisters work? You and I have both been reshaped, changed so that magic is part of us, so that our power is as natural as lifting a finger. And when I make a canister, a copy of that bit of me goes into it. Then, when someone uses a canister, it reshapes them, giving them the ability contained within. This sort of thing drives the shapers nuts.
Yeah, I know.
What else do you... Excuse me.
He runs to a pot that is bubbling over and moves it off the heat before it explodes. What can you tell from looking at me?
I can see that you have used the Geneforge. You have been reshaped, purified, made strong. The Geneforge is, after all, just a larger, more powerful sort of canister. The canisters are a marvelous thing. They don't just give power, they give the mind clarity.
Clarity? I find that I am getting angry whenever someone questions me.
Not just anyone. Outsiders, lesser beings. Ones who don't have your perspective or responsibility. Cherish that anger. It will remind you of who you are. That you are special.
Gibbons grows more enthusiastic as he speaks. His eyes begin to glow.
No, I'm not saying that you should blast anyone who irritates you with fire, as tempting as it may be. Some control is needed, but don't be ashamed of your anger. It's always justified.
Look at me closer. What else can you see? Gibbons inspects you very closely. He looks at your eyes and your skin. He touches your forehead, feeling your temperature. Then he nods.
You have used many of the canisters. Excellent. You will need their power. Although you will have very little self-control when questioned by lesser beings, try not to actually attack them if you can.
Right. Can you let me use any of your canisters?
Merrick has told me that you have been helpful enough to the rebellion to merit receiving canisters. If you give us enough to buy materials to replace them, I have 2 canisters that will dramatically improve your shaving abilities. Each will cost for 750 coins.
I think we can buy one, thank you. Gibbons takes the money and leaves for a minute. When he returns, he says,
I have unlocked one of the storage bays. I hope you use the power well.
We can use the other 2. Can you make a canister for me?
Not quite. I can give you canisters. I have made in return for materials I need to make more. All I need is pure steel. It takes time to make the canisters, but I have 3 to trade.
Where might I find some pure steel?
I have heard rumors of places you might find some. A piece of it was seized by the Shapers and taken to Rivergate Keep for analysis. Another ring of it was held by a rebel who was in Thornton when it was destroyed. That is in the barrier zone. And I think that I left a piece in the Sandros mine east of here before it was abandoned. Clumsy of me.
Well, we have the one in the Sandros mine. So, here. He takes the pure steel and examines it.
Excellent. Good quality. I can get at least 1 canister out of this, maybe 2. I must consult with Fate.
He unlocks one of the 5 doors circling the chamber.
And you? I envy you. Go and partake of the essence. Take the learning into yourself. Become stronger.
I'll record that just so we remember. The other 2 are in Thornton in the barrier zone and Rivergate Keep, which we probably will not be able to get. That said, let's take part in the 3 canisters we unlocked. Create Clawbug! Probably not going to do that. Create Roamer! Also, probably not going to do that. And probably this door here. Create Vlish! Well, it's learning how to shape and such, but that's about it here. Okay. Storage. No, we're not going to pick that. Or that. Okay, leave this storage closed for now. Maybe it'll unlock at some point in the future, but not for now. That guy was fun to speak about. Rebel soldiers and the like. Can't take that. The Safehouse doesn't have many soldiers left in it. Just a dispirited bunch of humans and serviles, many wounded, most with damaged equipment. You try to talk with them for a little while, but it is just too depressing. You leave them to their unhappy thoughts. They are all gone. Kerr! There is a servile warrior leaning against the wall here. He stares at the floor, hand on the pommel of his sword, completely dejected. When you get his attention, he looks up at you. Oh, hello, Lifecrafter. I am Kerr. He stops talking and looks down at the floor again. He looks like an experienced warrior, and his blade and armor are in good condition. And yet he is here doing nothing. Odd. Greetings to you. Greetings. I am resting now. It has been a long... Excuse me. Huh. Wonder what happened. Secure records. Keep out. Okay, I think we'll keep out. Sure, why not? Another one of those. There are two newly made battle betas here. They stare around blankly, trying to understand their surroundings, like gigantic, extremely muscular toddlers. Fortunately, their brains are designed to mature quickly. In a few days, they will have developed enough to be able to understand their first orders. Sure. I imagine this is where... Yeah, that's I miss Madab. Pyrrhic was from Madab? You are greeted by an old, weary servile. Her robes are plain and she has no weapon, but you can recognize the calm and authority of one who has the responsibility to command. She nods at you. I am Pyrrhic. I command here. I have been waiting for you. There are a few life crafters available to us in Ilia now, and few resources to help us. There are things I need from you, but first I need information. Tell me what happened to the caravan you were to escort. Some of the caravan survived to enter Ilia province. They didn't come here? Pyrrhic listens to your tale with interest. I had heard reports of some of the caravan heading north past Delame. I doubted that those reports were correct. Now I know that they probably were. I had thought the caravan would come here after it entered Ilia. Their orders were probably different. They are going north to find Northford Citadel. I imagine you should do the same thing. I hope that the caravan survives, and I will reward you for aiding it. She has her assistant Darnor bring you a pouch of silver coins and a beautiful pair of gauntlets. Now that these questions are answered, we need to get to work. I have a task that urgently needs doing, and it requires the work of a life crafter. What is the situation in Ilia province? It is terrible. No, worse, it is lost. In the last few months, the rebellion has been broken. The Shaper General has outwitted us at every turn. There's only one step left for us here. How is the province lost? Through the brute force and brutality of the Shapers and the softness of the humans. Pyrrhic says the last word as if it puts a foul taste in her mouth. The rebellion in the south was always mostly humans. They lacked the strength of the creations, of the Drakes and the Drakons, and the courage. Their army was routed and destroyed outside the ruins of Thornton to the north. Now all that is left is to pick up what pieces we can. You do not care for humans? Humans created us and they enslaved us for centuries. Shapers were cruel to us, and non-Shapers tolerated us and gladly benefited from our labor. Now humans fight, but not for the rights of creations, the true justice in the rebel cause. They fight for greed. They fight to gain the Shaper powers for themselves. I hope as a servile that you have not grown too fond of the humans. I have seen much, and I tell you this, you will regret that. There may have been bad humans, but there have been good ones too. Remember that, Pyrrhic. Pyrrhic tends to spend long periods of time looking at her charts and maps, seemingly forgetting you. Then she turns her head and says, Time is short, and you are still here. What else do you need to know? Tell me about their general. He is a guardian named Alwyn. He is young, but he has seen much of the rebellion. It is said that he was on the Ashen Isles when our noble uprising was born. He saw our birth, how we think and how we fight. Now he is in the city of Delame, using what he has learned to destroy us. What is your final step here? To evacuate everything here of value to the northern lands, to get as many survivors out of here as possible, and to leave some behind to act as an insurgency to kill as many of the Shapers and those loyal to them as possible. That is why I need your help. The mission I have for you is vital. Establish a safe route north to secure lands. What is your position in the rebel army? I have none, but after all of the generals and lieutenants and whatnot in Ilia province were killed, and nobody was sent to take their place, I was the one left both creations and humans would listen to. So here I am. I have never sought rank or medals. All my long life I have only done whatever job most needed doing to help my kind. Can I get more supplies and training? Of course. There is a trader and smith here. There is a place where you may receive canisters, and the Drake Ozist can teach you magic. Oh, about those canisters. Since I use the Geneforge, I have been getting angry and feeling very... Pyrrhic interrupts you. I wouldn't ask me. She looks very uncomfortable. You should talk to Gibbons, the master of the canisters. He knows more about these things. We did. You know, he was kind of on fire when we spoke with him. You might want to send someone to look at it. I mean, I know he had a healing spell, but, you know, send one of your healers over there, just to make sure. Okay, what do you need from me? I need you to do something very dangerous. I need you to slay a Shaper. A mad Shaper who is guarding our best possible escape route out of Ilia province. At the north end of Ilia province is the barrier zone. It is a horrible ruined place swarmed by powerful Shaper creations. They are controlled by 3 Shapers, each of whom is in an underground bunker in the zone. The easternmost bunker contains a Shaper named Mose. We believe that he is going mad. He is weak. If you can destroy him, it will create a gap in the defenses of the zone, enabling many of us to escape Ilia, including you. Find a way to reach Mose and kill him. If you can do this, I will help you reach the northern lands, where you will be far safer than you are here.
Tell me more about the barrier zone.
It is the part of Ilia most ravaged by the battles of this war. There are destroyed homes, the wreckage of a small city, vast stretches of burned land, and now it is patrolled by powerful Shaper creations. The western and middle sections are controlled by the Shapers Eliza and Shafto, and it was only with great effort that we were able to learn this much of them. The creations there are alert and deadly. Stay away from there.
What about the eastern part of the zone?
It is controlled by the Shaper Mose. We have learned that the pressure of maintaining so many creations for so long has maddened him. He is confused and the creations above his bunker are vulnerable. Should you enter the barrier zone, avoid the west and the center. It will be far easier to avoid Mose's brain-addled creations.
Tell me about Mose.
He is a Shaper. He is extremely dangerous. He needs to be killed, or otherwise incapacitated. It will take some time for the Shapers to properly replace him. In this time, we can slip many valuable people, humans, and materials out of Ilia province. As for weaknesses, I can't be sure. You will have to find them yourself.
Can you give me more assistance for this mission? Pyrrhic pries a key out of her pocket and hands it to you.
This will let you into several of our storerooms. Take what you need. If you do not succeed in your mission, it will all be lost anyway. But please, stay out of the chambers to the north. They are still off limits.
How can I reach Mose?
A fair question. You can enter the eastern part of the barrier zone and look for the entrance to his bunker. This will require a good deal of fighting or evading his creations. They are confused, but still dangerous. Alternately, we have learned that there may be tunnels into his bunker. The Shapers have created several underground complexes in northern Ilia, and we believe that some of them may be connected. Explore the lands across the river north of Delane. Perhaps you can find a hidden route.
That's all for now, thanks. Well, we'll take a look in the storage lockers soon. Not there, though. And now we know our quest. We were also told, though, to tell Alwyn of the Rebel Safehouse here. I don't think we will. I mean, the goal is to keep people safe and alive. I don't think we'll do anything to result in their death. I mean, I'm trying to keep the most people alive I can. Creation Care Center. This is a creation care center where wounded and ill creations are brought to be given the best care the Lifecrafters have to offer. Or at least as much as I feel like giving. Lifecrafters tend to go to greater lengths to help sick creations than the Shapers. However, there still comes a point where a desperately hurt creation will just be put out of its misery. I suppose that's a bit understandable. I wish to feed. Let me just take a look in these rooms here first. Oh, a bathroom, I'm guessing. Huh, nice. Ooh. Ironwood shield. Well, we can sell that. Oh, shaped gauntlets. When did we get those? No, really, when did we get those? I think I'd rather have those than the carnelian gloves. Sure, it's a boost to battle magic, but I think we're fine. We don't use battle magic that much. Anyway. Since you received all of your training in the human half of the rebellion, you have had very little exposure to drakes. You find that being next to one is an extremely unnerving experience. They are not that large, but they are powerful. They are bricks of solid muscle, wrapped in thick scales and radiating heat. Their teeth are huge, and they tend to look at humanoids as if they're sizing you up as prey. Even this drake, who is about as friendly as the species can get, deeply worries you. "I am Ozis," he says, and you note that his breath smells like his last meal. "Here from the northern lands to help against the heated Shapers. I welcome you to my lair. We may assist each other now." You are from the northern lands, Burwood Province? "I am, yes." You notice that he is quite comfortable with humanoid speech. He didn't hiss BS at all. Damn it, why do they always tell me this so late?
I was sent away by the Drakons to aid Ilia while they continue with their great work. Though it is hard to read emotions in his reptilian face, he seems unhappy about this. Or embarrassed. You aren't sure. What is the difference between drakes and Drakons? In the years before the rebellions, a mad shaper took drakes and reshaped them, trying to create more powerful servants for himself. But drakes are an independent species, and Drakons even more so. The Drakons will accept orders from nobody. Also, they are capable of shaping, and they continue their quest to remake themselves, to perfect their power. Along the way, they have lost some respect for us drakes. We are more of a sorry reminder of their... I speak too much of our private business. My emotions make me lose control. Did you wish to be sent away? I did not. I wished to be allowed to help with the great work, but the Drakons did not appreciate my occasional lack of respect, my not bowing and scraping before their arrogance, so... I have a habit of speaking too much when it would be wiser to remain silent. It continues to cause problems for me. What is the great work? What are they doing? I am not sure that I could tell you, even if I had been allowed to know much, which I was not. Not that I resent it. I know... very little. I have a question. I need the opinions of a mammal outsider. Alright, what is your question? Suppose that the Drakons were able to end the rule of the Shapers, but in doing so there would be much destruction. Fire, storms, cities leveled, many innocent, insignificant fleshy creatures dead. And this is just hypothetical, mind you. I say nothing of what the Drakons plan. Would that be a fair price to pay to get rid of the Shapers? Well, the Shapers must be destroyed, but I'm not sure if it should be for that cost. Interesting. The Drakons would not agree with you. Me, I am not so sure, but they would say that I have been infected by being too long around your kind. Thank you for this guidance. Look, I'll fight the people for freedom, but I'm not going to cause innocents to die. I won't let the innocent people on the side die just because of the wrongs of the Shapers. That's not the kind of person I am. Ozus continues to speak with you, but he seems distracted. Whether he has more business to attend to, or he simply needs to go feed to his nearly limitless drake appetite for fresh meat, you aren't sure. How can you help me? I can teach you magic. Proper magical spells, not the sort that are shaped into you. Equally as effective, but without the peculiar other effects. Do you wish to learn? Alright, what can you teach me? Ooh, heal! Rack. What is rack? Places a curse on a nearby enemy, making your attacks against it more effective. Improve heal. You can only improve it once. Unfortunate. Wait, lightning aura? Surrounds one foe with a lightning aura, doing damage immediately and over the next several rounds. Battle magic and spellcraft skill. That's an interesting spell. But I doubt we can use it. Oh, there's a heal. You know what? Heal! Yeah. Speed can only affect one. That is very unfortunate, and I dislike that. Do you need any assistance from me? At this point, Pyrrhic has asked me to not try to distract you from your quests for my own purposes. But there is a favor I would ask of you if you have the chance. East of here is one of those troublesome cults of maddened serviles. Normally it would be beneath my notice, but they have a drake in their grove. They worship it. I wish you to go there and kill it. Tell me more about the serviles? They flog and starve themselves to purify their minds in order to gain magical powers. These cults have been around since the days of Susia, since the early days. They are an embarrassment. Normally I would not care about them, but their current actions irritate me. You want me to kill the drake? Why? Because it was poorly made, damaged, a reptilian imbecile, and they keep it as a pet. It is a humiliation to my kind. It should be a free creature. Better that it die than to be treated like a creation. You would be doing it a favor. If it was able to see what had been done to it, it would demand it. Well, I kinda did already kill that drake. Ozus grins. Seeing all of those teeth in a row is quite imposing. You have done me a favor, humanoid. Me and the pride of the Drakes, and you will be repaid. From now on, when I teach you your spells, I will make a wider variety available to you, and I will ask for less for them in return. Why didn't I mention this first? Any other favors you wish to ask? Ozus is suddenly quite annoyed. I am a Drake. I do not normally ask favors of your kind unless it is necessary. Unless you require more training, go about your bramble business. Alright. Ooh, regeneration. That... Huh. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Now I... Ooh, unlock. Mechanics also makes this spell more effective. That's interesting. And we'll learn, one in it. I don't think we need more than that. Well, can we even cast it? No, we cannot. Needs a skill of 3. Oh, well. Oh, well. That's unfortunate. Anyway, let's go take a look at the, storage up here. Oh, wait, no. First, level up. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can make Moyas a bit stronger. Because, hey, why not? Fire shaping up to 2. And I will make Moyas stronger. If I can. Hopefully I can, and it won't take too much essence. There should be an essence pool to recharge right there. First though, let me take a look in the storage area. Like I said I would. The key should open one of these. Not that one. That one! Ah, here we are. Let's see. Healing spores, curing spores, living tool. Awesome. And here, meat. Lettuce. Oh, I didn't realize we hadn't even... Okay. There. Iron bars there. Bolts of cloth to sell. Thorns, venom thorns, ensnaring fibers. Oh, I see. Turn into a dangerous and damaging bolt of energy. Okay, I think we can hold on to those. And here is iron breastplate and steel broadsword. Okay, let's sell these items we got. You know, it is really interesting what he says. There could be a lot of damage and a lot of death happening very soon, and I'm really not sure if it's that good or that great a thing to have happen. So, listen, I said, I will stand for the rights of the Serviles, and freedom of the Serviles and other creations like that. The problem is just how much you're going to do for them. What you'll do to get that freedom. And in all honesty, I just don't think it's right. Moyas, you shall be reformed. Come on, come on, get back the essence. There you go. Now, let's see. 25, yeah, that's fine. 32. I think I'll leave it with that then. And there we go. Moyas the Third. There we go. We'll reform Faye some other time, probably as a Vlish, because Vlish are quite useful, I think. Sure, I've stuck with using the poison creation, but still, it could prove useful. Anyway, that's about all that's done here. Next, we'll probably end up heading towards the north. We'll probably clear out the area in the west first, though, because we kind of need to. I want to clear out all that before I head further north, and I don't think I'm going to tell Alwyn exactly where this place is. I might talk to him to see what I can tell him, but that's the way it's going to be. Either way, next episode we'll do more stuff. So until then, I am Chestrook44, that is Enrique, Moyas, and Faye. This has been a Geneforge 4 Let's Play, and I will see you all next time.